Hello, my dear friends, my dear audiences. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you so much. I said, the more I love you, the more interesting programs I bring to this show to boost up your life. Speaking of life, we live only once. Nobody can do two. I wish I could do three, but, well, only wish is wish, right? Now, today, one of the most exciting show is that I bring you such a positive news that people are thinking about how we can improve our life, how we can live longer, how we can do it in a philanthropic point of view, from that angle. And thank God we have those creatures, we have those beautiful minds who are putting things together, make mission possible, make mission impossible possible. So that is the name of the show, Mission Possible.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Well, with me, as you can see, a couple of beautiful ladies, and her name is Veronica. Veronica Everett-Boyce.
Yes.
All right. And then we have Nina Bosky.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
To
Hi.
both of you, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
good. All right. We did it way like what?
Thank
you.
you.
We just can't do that, right? Very good. Every time when I'm talking to beautiful ladies, especially beautiful lady with a beautiful mind, you know, things are getting more beautiful, or at least twofolds, right? At least.
Yes.
We're talking about the third fold, talking about what you do, your organizations, right?
Yes.
Back to my audience, here a little bio thing that Nina Bosky is an entertainment worker and life expert.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Lifestyle expert.
Yep.
And you're a coach too.
I'm a coach.
You're a coach.
I'm a media and a coach.
And a program called the Life Bite.
Yes, yes.
Life Bites.
Take a bite out of life.
You take a bite of life. It doesn't mean life bites you, though.
Sometimes it does.
It does.
Sometimes it does. But you know, you have to find a positive way, like you do in your shows, to turn it around and redirect
Exactly, exactly. If I keep getting weight on myself, my life, of course, bites me.
it. Yes.
Yeah. And then if I take a bite of your life program, though, I may reduce it. That's where the bites come from.
Yeah, little bites of life. That's how little interstitials that we started off with,
right,
and
good.
then a radio show, and now these cards, which are little life bites, little thoughts and questions to get you thinking. And the goal is that if you were inundated with media, with all the stimulation in the outside world, and so if I could give you just a quick little bite to get you to think about something, wouldn't that be wonderful? And so that's the premise.
What
of
a
Life Bites.
positive concept. What a positive concept. I'll give you 2 thumbs up. For that.
I like that.
Okay, now move to Veronica.
Yes.
And Veronica,
Yes.
well, I wrote something here saying that being raised in the project,
Yes.
Veronica knows firsthand, right, what it's like to not have enough food, not have enough good health or support.
Yes.
That you know exactly where you are.
Yes.
And now you be being exposed to other background and culture. Veronica was able to break free from a limited childhood environment and grow into a beautiful lady that is totally contributed to the great cause you're doing.
Absolutely.
Very good. All right,
Yes.
good.
Thank
For
you.
that, I give you 3 thumbs. I don't have 3. I wish I could do the third
Thank
one,
you.
but anyway,
Yes.
that's how much I wish to give you the praise. Very so, right?
Thank you.
Tell me something about how you started, please.
Well, just how you started, I grew up in the projects. I didn't have a father. My mother didn't raise me. My grandmother raised me, and we grew up on welfare. And then I was introduced to different communities, and I had exposure.
I
So
see.
I wanted something different because I was able to see something different. And growing up, going to college, being the first to graduate from college, I learned a lot about survival and how you can be successful.
I see.
And what I've always wanted is to go back to the neighborhoods, to the low-income community, and show people that there is a way to do something different if they actually see something different. A lot of people assume, why don't they want better? Well, if you don't see better, you don't know to want better. And my job and what I'm dedicating my life to do is to bring the 2 worlds together, the haves and the have-nots, because everyone should be treated the same.
I see. What a concept. What
Yes.
a concept, right? You know, Nina, and my audience too, I believe you know because
Yes.
where you are, from where you are, you know exactly already. There's one time I was talking to a friend of mine. She's a lady, nice lady. We're friends for quite a long time. She was complaining about one friend, a mutual friend,
Yes.
that I called him the other day. I was in Vegas because I lost all my money, and I asked for a loan of a few $1,000s. He said he turned me down, and she says, these days who doesn't have $3,000?
Wow.
Wow.
She complained. These days, who doesn't have $2,000?
Wow.
In my bottom of my mind, please do not ask me. I don't have.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't have.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
for that saying, quote unquote, I'm not saying she is wrong. I'm saying that indicate to me that she wasn't from a background that people could not have even $200.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So from that point on, you will grow your mind like a tree.
Yes.
So green, so positive, to embrace the less wealthy, less fortunate, call it that way, right? That I give you another plus
Thank
with,
you.
with a thumb up.
Thank
right?
you,
That's
yeah.
a good point. What's your comment about her starting?
From her background in childhood, I commend her. And I was actually working on another project when I got introduced to Veronica. So I was pretty busy. I had a full plate. And when she shared her story, it was like, where do I sign up? Her energy and her passion, her commitment to do the right thing really moved me. And that's
see.
what got me involved.
Oh, very
Jeff.
good,
Yeah.
very good, very good. All right. So now we touch the foundation. We know that people, both these ladies, have this beautiful mind to touch life, to make a bite, take a bite of life, to make sure that you get the positive side of life. Other than that, you're just lost, right?
Yes.
Now, what do? We do take care of obesities and diabetes, right?
Yes.
So that's exact what we're talking about. And do you know what? You really pushed my button, because I'm really thinking about something bad on people who are suffering from that kind of problems, right? For example, me, I'm overweight by at least 20%, 25%. So I am obesity, and well, I have the problems, right? So the problem to get my button pushed, I have to be alert about the problem, even though there's still time for me to do something, but better do something rather than
Right.
just talking, right?
Yeah.
So very good.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how successful a person is and how much money they have. If they don't have healthy bodies, what does it mean? You know, and I think the first thing, we all need to be a little more compassionate towards everyone.
I see.
You know, there's nothing that you experience that I don't experience. We're all here together in this world. And I think we forget that when it comes to the homeless community and the low-income community. They're not shown compassion. In fact, I was sitting with someone who was going to invest in the program, and they asked me, why do you work with the disposable community? And said it as a matter of fact. And I'm like, disposable community? These people don't mean anything. And it's one thing to write a check, it's another thing to actually be there and work with them. And I think everyone has time to do something good for someone else. That's why we're here. We're supposed to do this.
Exactly, exactly. All right. That's a very good point. And what I can see clearly is a picture. When people cannot have $200, like I said, still using that example, they would ignore the other aspects of their life.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
And they will be less allergic to problems, which gives a warning already.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I have bigger problems to worry. How about that? Forget it.
Yes.
And also not having access to the proper foods.
Yes.
So they may be eating a lot more carbohydrates or foods that might not be so good for you.
Exactly,
you know?
exactly. Otherwise, we can probably say this. Instead of having a bad choice of life, though, they are in a situation they have to pick up the only bad choice.
Yes.
Am I right? Yeah. So your job is to urge them, to push them, and to facilitate them
Yes.
with the access for better choice.
Right.
Am I right?
Because even in the low-income communities, in the mom and pop stores, you can purchase broccoli and apples. It really is to teach how you eat, and it starts from the basics. What is food? What does food do for you? You have to start there. You can't assume that everyone that picks up McDonald's that they know better. So we go in and we teach them how to eat. We also deal with their mental state, because I don't believe, and that's where Nina comes in with the life coaching, I don't believe you can lose weight, get healthy, get fit without dealing with the thoughts that go on in our minds every day. So I didn't want to bring a program to the homeless community without having something or the tools that they need to really move forward. Do you know how? Do you need to know how to eat? Yes. Do you need to know how to work out? Yes. But do you need to know how to handle things when trials come in your life? How do you deal with that? And that's where Nina comes in
And
with
also-
the life
Very
coaching.
good, very good, very good.
Let's take a short moment out. When we come back, we'll find out. It looks to me that we're facing a huge problem.
Yes.
A guy on the street homeless, and he's suffering from obesity.
Yes.
Right? And of course, he's suffering more from having no food. So what do? Bring him food, right? What kind of food? How do you get him to the program? How does a program stretch out himself to cover that scenario? Okay, so stay with us. We'll be right back. We get more serious on that.